What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. I am the Hobbyist, and today I'm going to be doing a big addition to my Vorse RC HammerJaw. If you've been following this build for a while now, you will know that it has four-wheel steering. So both the front and rear wheels can steer, you can grab them and do all sorts of great stuff, which is awesome for this type of crawler. But the front and rear servos are different. The front servo is a JX7032 BLS high voltage servo. It is a brushless servo, high voltage up to 8.4 volts, full aluminum construction, full steel gears. It is a really good servo. High torque at 32 kilograms per centimeter, high speed at 0.07 seconds to 60 degrees. So if you can see, it is so fast, in fact, that, let me see if I can get the steering wheel in the shot here. Look right here. If I steer and then let go, the vibration of the steering wheel shows up on the steering. It is so fast. Now, things are slightly different on the rear. If I flip it around here, just got the battery hanging there. The rear has a cheap Amazon servo I bought on Amazon. It claims to be 20 kilograms per centimeter. I'm not sure if that's entirely true. Maybe it was at one point. It is not high voltage, although I've been running at a high voltage to get the best performance out of the front servo. Brushed motor, still has metal gears, although I think they're aluminum gears, not steel. However, this servo is quite a bit slower. You can see if I flip it over to four-wheel steer, not only is it much louder, but it is also quite a bit slower. For comparison, I'm going to show both of them at once. So look, here are the front tires. Watch the front tires compared to the rear tires as I steer them all at once. In fact, here, better reference might be me going into crab mode. Check this out. It is very obvious that this servo is much slower, it's much less powerful, and honestly I think because I've been running on a high voltage for so long, it is starting to give out. So I have got a little Christmas gift for my HammerJaw. It is another JX7032 BLS high voltage servo. It's the exact same one that is in the front. I'm going to put one in the back. I'm going to show you the entire installation. I already have a video of putting the front one on, so this one might be a little bit less specific. But anyway, I'm going to get this out of the box, show you what all comes with it really quickly, because again, I have another video on this, and I'm going to get it installed. So inside the box of the JX servo, you will find, obviously, the servo. You can see very nice, full aluminum construction, very nice spline. Yeah, very high resistance, which is very good when power's on and the brushless kicks in. It is very torquey. Also inside the box, you get an assortment of servo horns. You get some rubber bushings in here and some screws. I won't be using this because I already have an aluminum clamping servo horn on the servo back there, so I'm just going to transfer that one over. It is a 25 tooth servo spline. So with that, let's take the HammerJaw and remove all of the old components. Alright, so to remove the old servo, it's pretty straightforward. Just have to take off the servo horn, remove the servo. I'm going to have to get into the receiver box and unplug it, and I am not looking forward to that, I'm being honest. If you can just see some of the wires that I couldn't fit in the receiver box, it is quite a wiry mess in there because I'm crazy. Anyway, let's try to disassemble this with as little pain and screaming as possible. Alright, so I've now got the servo completely disconnected from the truck, pretty much. It's no longer being held in by anything. So now I've got to open up the receiver box and remove it. I am not going to bother showing a quick time lapse of that because it's going to be a massive pain. So I will get back to you once I've gotten it unplugged. All right, so I have successfully unplugged the Old Servo. And now I hope you can appreciate the mess that is this receiver box. So now it is time to get the new JX Servo into the truck. And it's going to be basically the reverse of the disassembly, so I'm not going to bother showing you that. I will put you guys back on when I have it all installed. Alright, so I have successfully gotten the servo installed, screwed everything back in. I am just about to do an electronics test to make sure I have not broken any wires, because there is a very, very high chance that I did. So let's find out if I was successful in not breaking the HammerJaw. Alright, so we're going to plug in battery. The BEC came on, the lights came on. That's good. That's servo engaged. Front steering works. Rear steering works. I haven't plugged it in yet because I had to get it centered. So now I'm going to test the internal winch. Never mind, that switch is for the underglow lights. But those work, so that's good. And then the suck down winch. Alright, the suck down winch works. Very good. And with that, it is time to get the servo horn back installed. So I am currently in front wheel steer, so let's put her into 4-wheel steer, or rear wheel. Real work. Listen how quiet that is. Most of the noise you hear up front is the steering system itself. With the servo centered up, I'm going to now connect the servo horn in a way that the steering faces as straight as it possibly can. Oh, there we go. It caught a spline. Push that down. Let me see how straight that looks. That's actually really, really darn close. Yeah, see how much louder it is now? All right. So now I'm going to get that screwed on, and then I'm going to adjust trims. All right, I got everything tightened up now. As you can see, the screw's back in, the clamp is down, and it is nice and quick. So the first thing I need to do is set the endpoints. So on my Spectrum DX5C, you can probably hear the clicking or the beeping as I adjust the travel. And it's really best to adjust it when it's elevated, so I recommend putting something underneath it. This can of highly explosive gas is probably not the best choice, but that's what I'm doing anyway. So let's steer in, and let's turn down the travel until it does not hit the shock. We're going to call that good. All right, so now let's do the other side. All right, I can't put that underneath. Here, 3D printed cup. That'll work. And let's steer inward, and we need to turn the travel way down. We are going to call that good. So that is the travel set. So now the final most important thing, of course, is to set the trim, which is not something I can really do without setting it on the ground and seeing how straight it tracks. So that's what I'm going to do now. All right, I have successfully set up all the trims, and now that is it. I have completed the replacement. Here's the old servo, and now we've got a brand new JX-7032. I am very, very happy with this. I just tested it out on my living room floor, and it works quite well. So I think with that, it is time to end. But before I go, I have one more question. In last week's video, I was showing you some of the stuff that I have planned for this channel. This modification was one of them. But another thing I said was I had these Baja Designs licensed LED lights. Should I put them on the HammerJaw, or should I put them on my Axial SCX-10 III? As of right now, I'm leaning towards putting them on the HammerJaw. I'm thinking of putting them on the hood. I think that would look really cool in this rock buggy styling. But let me know. That will probably be the modification I do next week. So please leave a comment in the section below for what you'd like me to do. If enough people say I should put it on the SCX-10 III, then I'll put them on the SCX-10 III. But as of right now, I'm leaning towards the HammerJaw. With that, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment in the section below for what videos you'd like to see next. But that is all for today, and I'll see you in the next one.